Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, because there might be some Asian fans as well watching, or wherever else in the world. This is Harry from
Morning.
Hasbro TV. I've got Eugene back again for a Sunday. So I'm thinking now we're going to turn this into a name of a show now because because every Sunday is going to be like this. um, so
It depends. It
um,
depends if there's some other if there's a watch along going on and all that. See, let's see how that goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know,
Oh yeah, the
Eugene was
match,
actually
right?
on
Yeah.
Tottenham Ways to watch along yesterday, so he did watch the
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
despite the time difference. But Eugene, I guess you're happy we won yesterday. But what were your thoughts on the game first of all, before we get into like the details of it all? I guess.
Basically, our first half was okay. We got the two goals, right? And somehow or another, I didn't watch the second half that much. So
Mm,
how I see it is that uh, we just fell back during the second half. So that's how I mean, I don't know what to say, right? Maybe we're trying to play on a counter attack since we're 2-0 up, right? And we did get our third goal, right? A good goal by Sonny, right? And then it is what it is. It could have been a bit more hairier, but Foster saved the penalty, right, in the last
mm.
dying minutes and all that. So yeah, we won. Yeah, and it's Forest.
So do,
Yeah.
do you think this win like signifies that any sort of change? Do you think that changes Conte's like future at Tottenham at all? Because you know how people go
Mm,
overboard whenever say we win a
uh,
game.
to tell the truth, right, I keep saying we flip flop so much, right? Whenever we lose, we all go onto one polarized side and go
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Then when we win, we polarize onto the other side. To tell the truth, I keep saying I'm a 40-year Spurs fan. I live in Malaysia, right? I've been up and down the roller coaster over and over again. So it doesn't affect me that much anymore, right? So it is what it is, you know. So we'll see, right? Uh Honestly, to tell the truth, we had that World Cup break, 45 days. They still couldn't settle the contract issues. And now Conte says that wait until the end of the season. He will die for the club until the end of the season. So let's see what happens then.
What
Big
did he
up,
say?
Philly.
I'll kill myself. What did he say? I won't kill myself, or I'll kill myself. What was the
No,
quote?
he said something like, I'll die for the club, but I won't be stupid by killing
Kill
myself.
myself.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he nearly did, right? I mean, he came back too
yeah,
early from his gallbladder operation, all that,
yeah.
right? He neglected himself. Maybe he went back home to Italy, some TLC, the wife, the daughters there, home cooked food, right? So get some loving in. And then you go on to you go on to lose in the Champions League round of 16. No, not we didn't lose. Okay, we didn't lose. We got kicked out of it because we drew without any passion, without any conviction. We just chased the ball around and blah blah blah. You know.
Who
Yep,
really
yep,
cares?
yeah. Who really
We got
cares?
my.
Yeah, yeah. Mark's same like me, I guess, right? Yeah, we're all Spurs fans, right? We've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bald.
Now, I went to the game and I felt like Forest didn't give really a good account of themselves. I mean, near the end of the game, they brought on Chris Wood to kind of go to like the long balls, and then 5 minutes later he went off injured. uh, they brought on Ashley Williams, like Brennan Johnson, Jesse Lingard doing his good Delhi impression, I thought, and who's the other guy? Dennis came on. Like they had options to sort of attack us, but did they even do that much, Forest?
To tell the truth, like I said the first half we dominated them, right? It was like some
Mm.
kind of SMN show, right? We were just spanking left, right, and center. Right? They didn't even get the ball. I think we had like what 80% possession, if I'm not mistaken, in the first half, close to
Mm.
that, right? We got two goals in, right? Harry Kane. And to tell the truth, right, it's such a sad thing. Richie didn't get his goal, right?
Oh
From
god,
the
that was so onside, wasn't it?
right. To tell the truth, the offside rules nowadays, I don't know what to say anymore. Whether it's too objective,
Mm.
right? When they draw the line, and maybe sometimes it can be subjective. The lines can curve to a certain degree that
Mm.
they want it to. So it is what it is. Richie still hasn't gotten his Premier League goal yet for Spurs, but we were on the front foot. We were dominant. We had possession. They sat back. At least we were able to break them down. And to tell the truth, Pedro Porro was impressive. It
Mhm.
gives me the impression that if Conte does really have two quality wing backs on the left and the right, or maybe we need three or four of them, right, to rotate, right, then we might have some chances of winning things, right? But then
Mm.
the question comes again: will Conte be here? And blah blah blah. It goes round and round, right? That's whatever happens. Third loser simply disappointing. Yep, yep,
More
yeah. One,
away game.
yeah, yeah. The Poro loving, yeah. But the thing is, at least we did see Philly. At least we did see some, positive points from Poro, right? Positive points,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, it was actually my next
Yeah,
talking
I think
point.
that's Poro.
Poro. Yeah. So obviously Emerson has this injury, or is an injury now that he must be out because he wasn't even on the bench yesterday, was he? Or was he? Was he on the bench? I don't think so.
I think he was on the bench. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Maybe Conte was trying out something else, right? Because after what
mm,
happened in AC Milan game, right, and all the moaning, and and don't forget, Conte blames the fans now, right? So yeah, we fans, yeah, we are to blame. We have no patience, right? So, right, but what to do? Our patience
over the
worn
top
thin.
apparently. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fall over the top. No need for banter. Yeah. No, I just not say loving the Poro, but at least it shows some potential that let's see. But the real test won't come, I think, somewhere in April when we play Liverpool, when we play
And
Manchester
United, I
United.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the real test. At the moment now, we will just cruise through. And don't forget, I watched the Southampton and MU game just now,
Mm.
right?
Nil
Even
nil.
without, yeah, even without that red card, right? Southampton was actually dominating Manchester
I know, I
United in the
know,
first
I
half,
know,
and
I
that was a
know.
weird thing. So that gives me a bit of doubt in there, right? Whether we'll be able to do something with Southampton because these guys are fighting for their lives. They're fighting relegation. We are, cruising along like
The thing
usual.
with United, I obviously they lost 7-0 to Liverpool, but I think it's Ten Hag's first season, so there's going to be results like this. I think around them, as in like drawing at
Yeah,
home to
the
Southampton,
results.
just because they're
Yeah,
in
yeah,
transition. They're in
yeah.
transition,
Of course,
so
of course. But
yeah,
at least they've won the cup, right? What have we
yeah,
got?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, but the thing is that with Manchester, I think they are, like you say, in transition. And I think Ten Hag is now getting to grips, right, with the Thursday games that you have to play. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. The Thursday games that they have to play. Yes, yes, yes,
Mm.
Rob Belcher. Yeah, I know that sure. Yeah. We won't
But
go there. Mm,
obviously in the first half, I had Son on my side because I sit in the West, and then in the second half I had Porro, so I could do
mm,
like a watch of each both of them, which is quite interesting. Obviously, um, but with Porro, I found what was quite impressive for me was that his reading of the game seemed very good, as in he was good at reading what was going on to make the right decision, and obviously he has a bit of pace. His crossing was like a lot better than any other wing back we've had this season. I'd argue he got the assist for Kevin Kane goal. Don't forget with the
yeah,
cross. So things are promising. I think with Porro.
yeah, of course.
Uh,
Promising. Yeah. Yeah, of course, Ten Hag. Yeah, yeah. Why didn't we get Ten Hag when we got rid of Mourinho? That's my question, right? Oh, because his English isn't very good.
yeah,
Yeah,
you will know the true, the true reason why.
yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Levy just didn't want to pay the extra £1 or £2 million that he's supposed to be in his release clause or some shit like that, right? So it's always the same shit. That's how.
Well, actually, I think that Ten Hag, because I actually had a lot of control over
Mm.
what was going on. He probably went into the meeting with Levy and said, "I want control of like the academy, all transfers." um, like he wanted control of everything, and Levy just won't never
But
relinquish
yeah,
control
no,
over
but
it.
wouldn't you think that if Conte went into the meeting with Levy, he would have said the same thing? I want control of the transfer window. I want control of this. I want control of that, right? But no, we won't go there. We are with Conte now, right? Ten Hag's it and Manchester United. All the best to Ten Hag, right? So he will find out the hard way, right? Premier League games ain't gonna be easy, right?
Mm,
So games like today, even with 11 against 11, we saw somehow another Southampton being more threatening, right? So he'll
mm,
learn the hard way. And of course, being in the let's say the big six, usually we are tied down in Europe too. So that's one thing he's gonna get used to, right? And the players that he has to get used to that, right? But in their day, I saw what happened today is that like what we don't have is that uh, you know, Ten Hag brought on a lot of youngsters, brought on a hell of a lot of youngsters in the end of the closing stages of the game. So it's the thing is how to see. what happens, right? But we'll see, right? Poro, good signing at the moment, looks potential
Mm.
for us. But that's it. We've come back to one game a week. So I guess this is brought us back to where we were, right? In last
12
season.
months ago, really.
Uh,
Yeah.
we come back to the
Yeah.
same. It's a cycle. Yeah, come back to the same cycle again, and we'll be heading for the top four trophy, right? I guess sooner or later they should be giving out trophies to all the Champion League qualifiers, right? Of course, the
Yeah.
champion will get his trophy, right? Then you get a smaller one for the second, and then another smaller one, for the third. Then you get a real small one for the fourth, right? That's how I see it. Yeah.
But you know, in like when you do like the Olympics and stuff, you have gold medal as first, silver as second, bronze as third. So what's fourth then?
Mm. Fourth, I don't know.
Like copper or
You
something?
think wood?
You-
You,
a
know, you,
wood,
you
a
get you
wooden
get wood.
trophy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You get wooden trophy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So you did
But
mention the other wing backs. Ben Davies, he returned back to left wing back yesterday. So thoughts on him?
hmm, surprisingly, at the moment, Ben Davis is more effective as a left wing back, right? Than
Mm,
even our two supposedly left wing backs, right? In Perisic and of course, on top of Sessignon. Sessignon is always injured, right? So
mm,
let's compare him with Perisic, and the results are. It looks more positive with Ben Davis in that position because he knows how to defend, right?
mm.
But only the sad part is that he can't cross that accurately. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but don't laugh, right? If you go back to the goals that Harry Kane has scored,
Mm.
right, throughout his whole career, Ben Davis has provided a number amount of goals
Has
for
he
Harry Kane. Yeah,
actually?
yes, right. I mean, it could be something like maybe I don't know, 10, 12, something like that.
That's
But
because I remember. Do you remember Mourinho used to say that Ben Davies is a really good cross of the ball? Do you remember?
yeah. Ben Davis maybe could, right? More chances to do it, right? Yeah, right. Yeah,
Ben
I
Davies,
had
do you want to come?
hair.
I had hair.
There's Chicken Man. Yeah, big up Chicken Man.
Big up, Chicken Man. And what's the point, FC? You right, mate?
Yeah, big up Point FC, right? I love it. I love
He's everywhere. I love this guy.
yeah. What's the point FC? He's trying to take over from Scott M nowadays. Maybe it's Scott M. Yeah, what's the point FC?
Burner account.
Yeah. Jose accused Ben Davis of being a cunt. Really? Oh.
Really? I
But
thought he said that Ben Davies was the best cross of the ball or something.
and the rest of the team that yeah.
That's what I remember actually.
Mm,
And everyone was like really shocked when Mourinho said it.
mm,
But yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe he does provide a lot of Kane's goals. But do you
mm.
think then, if he's put a wing back, surely his crossing should be better then because he's got more opportunities?
But Ben Davies was never a wing back, right? So at the moment now he's being tested in that position. So what can we say? Hey, Brian Daigle, big up.
Yeah.
Join us,
If you want to
Brian.
join Brian,
There's a
the
link,
stream, the links at the top. Yeah.
link to the top, right? If not, I'll send it to you. You let me know. You're
Yeah.
free, Brian, right? Uh, at the moment now, as I see it, uh, maybe somehow another Jose had to be careful. What do you say? Okay, be careful, Davis will.
Oh my god.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
The chicken man knows something in there, right? We do not know. But,
ITK. ITK.
yeah. But at the moment now, as I see it, right, I think Ben Davis has been used as a left wing back in a couple of games, if I'm not mistaken, 2 games or so, right? Yeah. Okay, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah. See you in a few
See
minutes.
you in a few minutes, right? Ben Davis was, couple been used in a couple of games, if I'm not mistaken, as a left wing backs, and it looks promising in that sense. But we'll see whether it'll continue. ITK, man. ITK. Well, let's see. Let's see. Uh, I think how many more games do we have from today onwards? I think
I
another
think
12 more
12.
games.
There's only 12
Yeah.
more games. Yeah.
Let's see what happens in 12 more games. And we play 1 game a week. Yay. Yeah, that's what happens. All right. Yeah.
I'm in
I'm
the
in the
knowledge.
knowledge. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the kind of chat I get on my show. But don't worry, guys. I
Yeah.
love it. It's a lot of fun.
It's
So,
fun. It's fun. Yeah. Yeah.
oh yeah, do you remember this?
Well,
Do you
the
remember? Have you
girl
seen that
did
video?
say that Davis, can I call you
Yeah,
daddy?
Daddy,
He
can you
agreed.
read?
I can't
Have you
remember
not seen
that.
the video?
No. Is it that bad about Ben Davis?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Have you not seen
dear.
this video? Can't tell me you haven't seen
Nah,
this video.
nah, I haven't
She
seen
goes
this
to
video.
him. It went viral, of course. She goes to him. Can I
Uh-huh.
call you daddy? And he's like, yeah, Daddy David.
And how old was that girl?
Oh, probably like, I don't know, 20s, 30s, maybe.
Fair, right? It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
He's a machine, mate.
yeah. No, just as long as the girl's in the 20s, then it's okay, right? Yeah. 12 games should have been 15. Yeah, good FA Cups, right? What do you say? I was very impressed with Vincent Company.
Should I tell you something? Actually, it's not IT. I don't know if you call me ITK because I was actually there. But one of my friends, he went with me to the game. Like, what? Who did we play before?
AC Milan,
Not Milan. We had
United, Sheffield
United.
United,
No,
Wolves.
No, at home. Who did we play at home last?
Wolves. Hey, big up, brother.
What's
Long
up,
time.
people? What should I start like
Right.
that? Rather than that, let's just go hello.
Don't worry, you won't freeze this time.
No, I've made sure. I think I was on Firefox, so I don't know if it was the Internet Explorer or Internet Browser or we'll see. We'll see. Let me know if I freeze, and don't let me sit there like or this for fucking however long it was.
You were like this the whole stream, like this.
Yeah, I was deep in thought, mate. I'm a very, very, very smart man. I think strategies. I'm 10 pages ahead.
But yeah, so one of my friends actually saw Company at the game a few games ago. So I don't know if there's anything in this, but I don't know.
Oh, you mean at our home game?
Yeah, home match. It was at a home match, of course. Yeah.
It was the last home match.
Milan.
No, it was before Milan. No, it's before Milan.
Before
West
Milan.
Ham. Chelsea.
Maybe it was
Chelsea,
West Ham.
yeah.
Maybe it was West Ham. It was one
West
of them.
Ham,
I'd have to look through, but he definitely saw him at a match when he was with me, like just randomly in the ground, and it was But,
so let's just say, first of all, if as well as company is doing, I don't want him near the club, and the reason I say I don't want him near the club is as soon as Guardiola leaves,
he's gonna go. Yeah.
Man City will come in, and then we know what will happen. Bye, and rightfully so. If Man City come in for him, he's gone. But he's doing very, very well. And I've just seen in the comments, I just want to say a big hello to a very, very close friend of mine and someone I respect dearly and love. So big up Bob Belcher. Big up my man, Rob Belcher. Love that man.
He's always here. I
love this man dearly. You know what? You get to meet some very nice people and some not so nice people doing this. And Rob is definitely in the beginning. We speak regularly. He's a top man. Like we speak a lot on WhatsApp and everything. Top man.
Are you going Ben's tomorrow? He's asking.
I am indeed, brother. I am indeed. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yep. Ben's having his second.
Take Daddy Davies the manager. This is the comments I get on my show, but yeah, anyway.
What's the point?
I don't know how we got from Davies left wing back.
Mate, what's the point FC as well, mate? Listen, there are so many people. The thing is, I've never spoken to you personally. Friend? What's the point? I don't know your real name. So it's all secretive. Who knows? Have I spoken to you? Have I not? Have I met you? Have I not? Who knows?
It's goddamn.
I've definitely met him or spoken on the phone.
Yeah, it's true. We probably would ruin Scott Company, to be fair. But I don't know if you realize, if you're watching the show, but everyone's gone from like Ben Davies left wing back to talking about, that video? Do you remember that video out of that woman saying to Davies, "Can I call you daddy?" That's where we've gone to. From Ben Davies left wing back.
Well, I think you're still talking about the same player. You just haven't got wildly off topic. You're still talking about the same player.
Yeah, but it's not about football there, right? It's just talking about who's the daddy.
Yeah.
Big up, guys.
What?
Okay.
Actually,
okay. If so, listen, man, I'm a happy married man who never, ever in a million years would cheat on my wife. I hate cheaters. Period. I pull out with people if they've cheated on a friend of mine. No. Love my beautiful wife.
Yeah,
so I think we'll go into Richarlison because I know Brian was really enthusiastic about Richarlison yesterday. So yeah, thoughts on Richarlison's performance, Brian?
Listen, like I said, we were on a stream earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I think first of all, I was very shocked to see that he was there. Second of all, even more shocked to see him playing on the right, where he has been poor, very, very poor, and hasn't taken his charm. And you know what? He played with an aggression yesterday. It weren't he was all out. The way he took that goal that was blatantly onside. And he was involved in all 3 goals. Yeah, near the end he really tired, and his normal first touch where it looks like he's got bouncy castles for football boots came back on. But after all the poor performances, either on the left or centre forward against Sheffield United, the media or the interview that blew up and Conte's comments, that was a damn good performance. That was a damn good performance. And you know what people keep saying? He hasn't got the goals. Well, the Fulham one, all right, was offside. That one he should have had in the back of the net and did have in the back of the net and should have stood. I think it was a very, very encouraging performance from him.
True.
Eugene?
Yeah.
Did you watch it on the watch along, didn't you? So
yeah, I watched it on watch along with Stell and who else was there with Nick and all
Scott
that.
M, I think.
Scott M came on too later.
Yeah.
Like what Brian was saying, right? I was surprised after what he came out with his statement and all that. I guess in there they, Conte and him ironed out the differences and put him on the pitch, and he did perform, right? Did show his capabilities to a certain extent, right? And it's so sad that the goal that was disallowed, right? Which I'm saying maybe we should just bring back the daylight rule, right? In the offside rule scenario at the moment, but let's see whether he gets more chances. And at the moment now in the games that we're running into at the moment with Southampton and not too strong teams and all that, so maybe he will get his chance to score, right? And my only fear is, right, after the Southampton game, it will be the international break. Right. Yay, Nippon! Pick up Nippon. Yeah, Nippon is here, right? So let's see how that happens. Richarlison, maybe if he gets a few more games starting, maybe he will be able to bang in a few goals then, right? Of course, we all want our strikers to score. That's the most important thing for them to score.
But yeah, I was quite surprised he was stuck on the right. I actually thought he was setting him up to fail. Because
maybe he was, maybe he was, but he got. If he was, that backfired. I don't think he would have, but maybe, you know what? Who knows what's going on with our club right now? I was surprised he put Richarlison in goal. That would have certainly done it. But if he did do it for that reason, and who knows, then he failed miserably.
But obviously I was there, right, and we were fuming at the VAR decision because it took so long. When you guys watched it on TV, what were the commentators saying? Because I saw the picture of the offside and didn't look offside to me. But... So
for me, it's very frustrating because Ben and I, when we're doing the watch-alongs, we're not one of those that like to have the headphones on, so we didn't hear any of it apart from going to VAR. And do you know what? Like I said to you on the stream earlier, I was like, wicked, I'll get home and be able to watch it on Match Today and they'll properly break it down. And I'm like, oh, no, they won't. No, they won't. So I'm still waiting to properly see it like when Sky talk about it. I'm sure they have. But I wouldn't be able to say what the commentators said.
Yeah, I think the commentators were saying something that it was between his knee and his hands and his knee, or the hands, his hands and the knee of the defender, right? They were saying something like that. So,
but then before, wasn't it down to like the feet? If the feet were like behind the other feet, now it's like arm, like
part of the body.
I think it's now how far back in their mouth their chewing gum is.
Yeah. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
But like when you're there, like I was frustrated because I just want, even if it was offside, right? I just want the decision to be done within like 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and then we move on. But they take fucking forever, like to just make a decision on VAR. It's just there needs like a time limit on it or something.
I remember it's meant to be clear and obvious.
Yeah,
clear and obvious.
Yeah, but nowadays, right? I don't know. Maybe the VR rules and at the moment now it's all being fine tuned, or it's already been fine tuned for an objective and a narrative. So,
oh my god!
Oh, Chicken Man, you saw the Davis thing. Yeah. Hey, big up, Chris.
Big up, Chris.
Big up, Chris.
Big up, my brother. We can't speak, Chris. I haven't seen you since I've been back. We need to sort that out, Mr. Agenbar. Hopefully you're going to Ben's tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe he'll be back.
So, yeah, I think we need to talk about this. So, obviously, there's potential that Kane's going to go. A lot of people are talking about this, that Richarlison will take him over. Eugene, first of all, do you think this is going to happen? If Kane leaves, do you think the club are just going to say to the new manager, Richarlison's here, use him?
Yeah, most probably it will. Right. We bought him in for £60 million, right? So if Kane leaves, right, Richarlison will be our main man, right? That's how I see it. But that's the thing is that don't want to speculate on all those kind of things at the moment, right? Just focus on every game at hand, right? And hopefully we can actually secure our top 4 trophy by then. And let's see what happens then.
Our top 4 trophy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it our top 4 trophy from now on.
I think Conte said that a couple times now. Top 4 is a trophy for Tottenham.
Oh no, Conte says if we get top 4, it's like winning the Premier League. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He has got it into Conte's head.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Brian, do you think Richarlison will take over Kane?
So first of all, what we got to remember, first of all, Richarlison's value or price will go to 60 million. The actual price is 50 million. It becomes 60 based on certain criteria being met. So that will be seen. Now, Sava was the first one to say this, and big up to Sam for saying
I saw that. Yeah,
I never ever thought this for a never ever thought. But then he came out and said, "You know what? Kane is to go next season. Everyone in the world knows how badly we're going to need a striker. And the price will go through the roof. And then we know what will happen. We have a ownership that won't pay through the roof. We have an ownership that won't pay through the fucking doorbell, let alone through the letterbox, let alone through the roof." So you look at it and you think that now, you think about this again. If Conte goes and if it is Poch, what's one of the first things he wants? An energetic forward that's will run all over the shop to start the press. Hello. Like Richarlison or not, think he's a good player or not, that is one thing we know for sure that he does. I think there's a very big shout for it. I really do. Listen, I think that was with their. I think they had, when they were thinking about this transfer, they had one avenue of thought was exactly this. I don't think it's the sole reason or the only or the main reason, but it's going to be a lot easier to have a Kane ready-made, not ready-made, but you know what I mean, a striker on the books that can play that centre forward role, and none other than the Brazilian number 9, because we have to say the Brazilian number 9, because playing with Vinicius and Neymar is exactly the same as Davies and Dyer, or Danjuma and Moura. Oh no, they don't play. Or Moura does, but that, you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I think we know.
So it's going to be a lot easier to buy an additional striker, knowing that everyone knows that we've got Richarlison, and also buy midfielders. It's like when we go to buy the next goalkeeper for Hugo Lloris, their value instantly increases because they know how badly we need one. So I think there is something in it. Not solely, but I think there is something in it.
Also, I remember Pochettino wanted him. I don't know if the club wanted him, but I know we were linked with Richarlison under Pochettino as well.
Well, I think it goes to show, mate, that the club wanted him. Club wanted him under Poch. Club wanted him under Conte. And look. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just add Nippon. So Nippon's a Chelsea fan. He says he wants to give a neutral perspective on things.
Yeah, big up Nippon. Long time no see. How are you doing?
No, I'm going to be a bit cultural here, so I'm going to say Shalom, Brian. Assalamu alaikum, Yunus. And I don't know how to say hello in Greek.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's just Yassel. It's fine. Yassel.
And,
yeah, that's Happy Easter. But yeah.
I know. You know exactly. We've spoken about this show.
Yeah.
Cookie Lamb.
So, yeah, Brian, I heard you say you don't like cheaters. So does that mean you don't like Richarlison?
Well, no, I'm talking about with footballers. I can't really listen. I'll tell you personally. My best friend, when I was 18, I was going to have a 26-year-old. Knew how much I loved this woman, and I found out they were sleeping with each other. And ever since then, I've disowned family members for cheating on their partners, whether they were the family member or the family member by marriage. I am so against it. I can't. For me, it's the lowest of the low. If you're not happy with someone, finish it. Don't put him. Well, we've gone wildly off target. Topic. Richarlison, mate, what Richarlison does it. I can say the same to you, mate, about John Terry. You know that captain won everything for you.
Look, a lot of our fans don't claim him, and to an extent, neither do I. I mean, he was a good footballer and all that. But,
more Dan Davies chat after that. This has turned into a dating show, man. Anyway. Yeah.
Who's behind the next screen?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember Blind Date?
Oh, mate. That's my childhood.
Yeah.
Still have black and shoulder pads.
Nippon, what's your what do you think about Richarlison? Is he going to be a Kane replacement? Is he valuable for Spurs?
You are downgrading if you'd replace Kane with Richarlison. I'm sorry.
But Nippon, we can't upgrade, right? You know, from Kane. There's nowhere to upgrade from Kane.
I mean, I would think about Weghorst over Richarlison, and he's shit.
Oh God!
No,
Don't get me started on Weghorst.
No. Come on, Nippon, listen. No matter what people say, Richarlison in the right team, given the right platform, is a good striker. Is he in Harry Kane's level? Hell no. Hell no one, like Eugene said, no one is, apart from when you start talking about Mbappe's and stuff. And we're talking, Harry Kane is, no one can touch him. And Mbappe can't even touch him for what he does off the ball and supplying. But no. Richarlison is better than Weghorst. I'm sorry.
But he's going to be less respected than Benzema because of the lack of silverware.
Benzema?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Richarlison and Weghorst. I'm just saying those players are up there. Listen, Kane, yeah, you can talk about the lack of silverware. It's a huge issue. On his Alan Shearer only won one trophy. All right, Harry Kane hasn't even done that yet, but it's the Premier League. But they talk when you speak about Alan Shearer and you see him on TV, do they go, over to Alan Shearer, the one-time Premier League winner, or do they say over to Alan Shearer, the record all-time Premier League goal scorer?
One time, I don't watch Match of the Day. I don't watch Match of the Day.
I don't watch Match of the Day. I haven't watched Match of the Day in years, actually, to be fair. So I wouldn't know.
We don't get Match of the Day here anyway, so.
Yeah, it's like, well, how would you know?
Yeah. I don't get Match of the Day here. Yeah, I'm serious. We don't have. I don't get BBC here. I get my football through my local cable provider. Right?
Okay, who is Dr. Jekyll and who is Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, I want to know now. Who's Dr. Jekyll? No, what's the point?
It's probably both me. It's probably both me.
Yeah, or me. Right. No, but guys, no, like what Nippon? I'm just asking you, right? We can't replace Kane, right? And we will never replace Kane because our owners won't pay the money to replace Kane. Okay, so I guess Richarlison is the only other hope that we can have, right? That if Kane does leave, he could do a job for us. That's what we can hope for.
What if your owners on? Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe have you thought of getting Lazio's Ciro Immobile if Kane leaves? Immobile. I mean, like, he's not as good as Kane, but he will still score you goals.
We've been linked to him before. Yeah.
We've been linked to
I think we need Premier League proven players.
I know, that's why we've been linked to him before.
We've been linked to every single person under the sun. Everyone. Listen, what you've got to remember is, should Kane go? Should. What you've got to remember with a lot of people, this also goes for Conte, a lot of people come to Spurs because of a manager, whether it be Poch, whether it be Jose, whether it be Conte. And a lot of players will say, oh my God, I'm going to get to play with Harry Kane, him and Son and all those. You take Harry Kane away from that. First of all, it's a big, oh my God, I'm not going to be playing with one of the best. And then you're going to get two kinds of strikers. One, the big head that thinks, I'm going to be number one, I'm going to be it. And he's nowhere near Harry Kane's level. Or, as we know with Daniel Levy, if Kane goes and let's say, I'm just going to pick a random number. Let's just say we get 85 million. Let's just say 85 million. If we get 85 million pounds in, I guarantee you, we are not spending 85 million pounds on a striker and a person to replace his assist. I'll be surprised.
That's okay.
I'll be surprised if this is the thing, mate. What you got to remember, you're talking to the Chelsea fan, and it's like, we don't need this, but here, let's buy this player for 900 million. Let's do this for whatever price. Let's just you can do that.
A lot of our transfer activities over the.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you agree with it. I'm not saying you agree with it, but the first thing Bowley did, whether they're the right players or not, is he said, right, we've got a fucking shit defence. Let's sort it. In came Koulibaly, who hasn't lived up to hype, but when you got him, was known as a rock-solid centre-back. They went and spent 75 million on Fofana. They went and spent other money on other things. They're like, right, that's the defence sorted. The way you've gone scattergun approach and gone crazy is going to pay off in the long run, but you address the issues. What we do is we blatantly know we need centre-backs, and we'll go, you know what, we've got a whole month to buy them, but what we'll do is we'll wait till the 28th to say, do you know what, we're going to deal with this in the summer.
Wait. Look
at our form right now, Brian.
And we'll give
the three
an extension
in the cutter for most of the season.
No, and we'll give a contract extension to Dyer.
Yeah, he's a priority over Kane right now, apparently.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Am I hearing this straight? That Daniel Levy wants to keep
Eric Dyer, Eric Dyer.
So listen,
I shouldn't be
welcome to our world. You see, when you do your stuff and you speak to Chelsea fans, you can speak, this is too much money, what are we doing? This player's shit. When you come to Spurs, you come to Eric Dyer being offered a contract.
Spend it on the right places.
They do spend it in the right places for them. A hotel, a cinema.
Yeah.
Let's get some Formula One. Let's get the world's biggest
go-kart.
Who in the world? Do you know what? When I supported Spurs, when I started supporting Spurs, you know what my dad said to me? My dad said, you know what this football club is fucking missing? A underground go-karting track. If this team has that, then oh my God, all my dreams have come true. And who knows? Thank God my dad's dreams have come true. We could all hear, all four of us and people in the comments could say the most bizarre random thing to appear at that stadium, and it's got more chance of happening than a couple of fucking centre-backs.
Don't you remember we signed Longley on loan? Longley on loan was
Daniel Levy. If you're listening.
Yeah.
And Daniel,
I call him Long Gap now. I don't call him Longley because apparently he was the stopgap for Bastoni or Gvardiol.
Gvardiol's,
and they're not coming. So Clement Longley is to be Clement Longgap. And do you know what will happen? The replacement for Clement Longley next season will be Clement Longley permanently. We will replace him.
Yes, TJ, Need for Speed is more important.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because look,
we do.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but I can't help it.
But we do. This is the thing. This is the thing. People like myself, Hazen, Eugene, and many others. Everyone goes, where do you expect the money to come from? Where do you expect transfers to come from? Bringing in more money is wonderful because it means the club have more money. It'll get spent on transfers. Yes. Do you know why Dan Zuma was bought? And I've said it everywhere. And I've said it when it happened. Dan Zuma was bought in case Porro fell flat on his face. So it said we signed someone. And we went and hijacked Everton. Okay? We were a pack of hyenas that are starving, wandering around the jungle looking for scraps. That's Tottenham Hotspur.
I'm sorry. Can I just say something? I don't know if Daniel Levy is listening to this, which I don't think he is. But
right, Daniel, you're right, mate.
The FC in Tottenham Hotspur FC stands for Football Club, not Formula One circuit.
No, it stands for failure. Tottenham Hotspur Failure Club. Daniel Levy, if you are watching, you're a wanker. You're an arsehole. You're a bitch. So,
I apologise for laughing. I really should.
Mate, I said it when we went out to Milan on the We Are Tottenham TV thing. As you can imagine, thousands of people poured in that were Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham. And I even turned around and said, every single Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, West Ham fan that are taking the piss, We deserve it. We deserve it. I laugh at it now. I banter, mate. We are Banter FC.
We are. But Nippon, I had Hashim. If you know Hashim, he's in the chats a lot. On my channel, and he was him and Hannah were complaining at Chelsea for spending money. They were saying it's not enough, and I'm like, and we got me and TJ sitting here on the stream, like 600 million is not enough. Is that really not enough? We're grateful to get 600 million. Brian, were you on that stream? I can't remember.
It's the standard. It's our fans setting a standard.
You guys spent 600 million in 1 year.
Not enough. Yeah, it's not enough.
And it's not enough. We spent 500 million in 3 years, and we still got dross. So what's not enough?
It's our fans setting a standard. Like, say one player's not doing well, you're out. You buy a new one.
That's what I mean. I agree with you. But us fans, Brian will attest to this. Some people hold on to players for so long. They're like, oh, give him another year. He'll be good. Give him another year. He'll be good. Rather than you guys, you see a player, you realize he's not good enough, and you sell him after like 1 or 2 years.
Mate, I've got to say, even if it's one of the good players, listen, people will know, not just because of what he does on the field, but I love Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He's my favourite player in the squad. Really is. Because of his tenacity, his consistency of always being fit, non-stop playing. But as much as I love him, if we can sign a midfielder that's better than him, off you go. Off you go.
You already have a midfielder that's
off you go. Shut up. Bye-bye.
No, that Brian, you know that will never happen.
Have a midfielder that's better than him.
We'll keep Højbjerg
now, but yeah.
No, we're gonna keep
Højbjerg. I love Højbjerg. Listen, I grew up. People know my love for Paul Gascoigne, Jan Vertonghen. They're like Jan, mate. Love Jan, love him. Like literally, Gaza is always, until the day I die, a billion miles ahead of anyone. And then second, and I've seen some great players: the Ginolas, the Linekers, the Kanes, the Gary Mabberts, Ledley Kings. I love Jan Vertonghen. He's a player that I would love to come back to the club in any capacity. Director of football, coach, maybe one day future manager. Anything Jan wants to do, I will happily accept him at Spurs.
Yeah.
So I want to get.
Reminds me of Luke Skywalker. His hair reminds me of Luke Skywalker's. I don't know why.
Whose?
Jan Vertonghen.
I think you might be.
I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
No, I think it might be more Toby.
Who was the better one out of the two?
I prefer Toby personally. I prefer Toby personally.
No, that's not the question.
No, I thought Toby was better. I thought Toby was better as well.
Jan.
Toby.
For me, whenever when I watched
Not that I'm biased at all. Forget what I said about a minute ago. Not that I'm biased in any way, size, shape, form. I just think Jan. I think we missed Jan more when he was out than we missed Toby when Toby was out.
See, I think the opposite. Because for me,
mate, as much as I love you, you're wrong.
Yeah. Like I just felt a lot more safer when Toby played compared to when Jan was. But
I wonder what the comments think.
Yeah, guys, Toby or Jan? Put it in the chat.
Jan Vertonghen.
I also get his take on this. Nippon, you still there?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, I want your take on this. So, as an outsider watching Son this season, what's your take on him?
Not lived up to his hype.
But do you think it's to do with his age, or do you think it's to do with just obviously he was a golden boot last season? So, what do you think's happened?
What I think has happened is I think he's just let that all get to his head.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, Chris is agreeing with you about Jan. So you think because he got the golden boot, he got too much hype, and you think it's got to his head like Dele Alli, for example?
I might be wrong, but I think that's what's happened. I mean, there's a good player in him. I'm not going to lie.
I just wanted someone else's take on it from an opposition club, because obviously Son has divided the fan base a lot this season.
Whenever I was asked, every preview I've done with with Spurs content creators whenever we faced each other. They always used to ask me, which one of our two attackers do you fear more out of Kane and Son? I always used to say Son because of his pace, his trickery, and even myself, as even though I feel Kane's the better player, Son is the more trickier one to defend against. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you think so? Your explanation for his drop was because he got so high last season in terms of the Golden Boot. Now he's kind of let his what's the word? His expectations go down. He's not performing
at a standard that he should. For his standards, he's been terrible.
I've got another theory on this, right, guys? I think Son has a problem at the moment, right? Because I think his dad did come out to say something.
He scored yesterday, though, to be fair. So that's nice.
I think his dad came out to say something in the beginning of the season that if he wants to win things, he needs to leave Spurs, right? So I think that's affected him a bit. And then I've got another theory is that it's just the Calvin Klein curse. That's all.
I'm kind of agreeing with what's the point here because I think he's better on the last shoulder of the man running onto a ball. Some of his positions I saw him take yesterday were just baffling to me. But he's been doing this all season. He just he runs all the way to the right to play a pass, and I'm just and there's all this space on the inside left because I can see it. So I'm sitting west, and I could see it in the first half. And even though there's whole Davies Perisic Son malarkey going on, but I thought Davies took pretty similar positions to Perisic yesterday. I don't think it was that much different. Maybe Davies hang back a little bit, but I don't think the positioning was that much different.
But I think it gives Son more space to run to, right? Because like what's the point FC said, right? Son is a player that he runs onto balls, right? Not take the ball and run at players. You get what I'm saying? That's why we don't see what Kane does for him nowadays, right? Where Kane just pings the ball over the top.
And he just ran onto it, I remember.
He runs onto it, yeah. I mean, we don't see that much anymore. And now, to tell the truth, Kane's ball passing has been a bit off this season. So that's how I see that too, right? So let's see how that goes. All right.
Brian, what's your take on Son?
So
he scored yesterday, which is good. So.
No, it's great he scored yesterday. Listen, a lot of people talking about, like Nippin said, the Golden Boot and maybe his expectations were whatever. What you've also got to remember, and this is where I'm going down the kind of mental health road, that he got neglected to be in Team of the Year. He got neglected in a few of the awards when he blatantly deserved to be in Team of the Year, blatantly deserved to be in these things. And then you look at it, we finally get a competition for him in Richarlison. Finally get it. And Eugene will know this because I've said this so many times. Heung-min Son and Harry Kane are overplayed and undervalued. And when I say undervalued, I don't talk about their wage and their bank balance. I talk about the fact that if they're fit, they play. They're fit, they play. They're fit, they play. If they're injured, you're 75% fit. You play. And it's caught up with him. It's finally caught up with him. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have to say I was a huge person in the camp that's saying, this talk about Perisic and Son can't play together is nonsense. Two world-class players should be able to play with each other. But you've got to look at the stats now. And when Ben Davies is there or Sessegnon was there as opposed to Perisic, Son does perform better. Still not his best, but he does perform better. And it showed again yesterday. Yes, some of his positions were baffling, but I saw a more sharper Son. I saw a Son that looked more energized and more into the game. But that still doesn't excuse why he's been so subpar. He's that damn good. And yes, everyone has a dip in form, but I hate it, and I won't say it as in me saying it, but every single time he scores a goal, it's like, now's the time. Now he clicks. And he goes 2 steps backwards. He's a wonderful player. We've had Richarlison, and as we've seen, we have not rotated this squad at all. It has literally been, if you're injured or suspended, we'll make changes. And then we might bring you on from the bench. Son, like Kane, is physically exhausted. exhausted, and there's quality there to do it. And it's like you say, if Kane got injured last season, what we did, it was like losing 3 players. The reason I say that is Kane would be out, so then we'd take Son out of his best position and put him in the centre forward. So that's 2. And then the person that comes in on the left wing is coming in, even though he's nowhere near as good as Son, to cover the space that Son has vacated. So it was, he doesn't stop playing. Like we've seen, he has been woeful at times this season. Kulusevski's had a few, since the World Cup, he's been not at his best. Bang, out you go. Out you go. Son, have a shit game. Don't worry, you can like Dyer, carry on. Don't worry, you can carry on, have a shit game. Oh, you've had another shit game. Don't worry, carry on. Oh, another one? Oh, please do, carry on. It's
like for me, I thought Son's best game this season.
What did fucking do? Newcastle scored.
Oh, okay. In my opinion, Son's best game was when he played against Preston, and ironically, that's when Perisic played with him. Of course,
yeah, but let's put this into perspective. There's the FA Cup against a team who was 16th in the Championship.
I know, but isn't that a damning indictment of Son's performance? That the fact I think his best game was against Preston.
Yeah, I suppose.
So that's just my opinion. That's just, and Perisic played with him that day. So, see what I'm trying to say? It just depends how you see things, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think Son. I do agree with you in the sense he's been overplayed, but so is Kane, of course. But I don't know. What worries me the most about Son is, do you remember when we brought back Robbie Keane from Liverpool?
Yep.
And he came back and he did scored a few goals, whatever. It just, when I watch him, it kind of reminds me of the end of Robbie Keane. I don't know why. That's the impression I get.
Who was it that scored for Newcastle?
I think it was Isaac. I think
he's a good player.
He's a very good player.
Yeah.
I've got the game on in the background.
So you're asking me who scored when you've got the game in the background, and I've got.
No, I literally, Brian, I literally just turned it on.
Okay, yeah, it was Isaac. And guess who got the assist?
Trippier.
Yeah, you know that. And this is the thing. A lot of people, we should never have let go of Trippier ever. I was a huge fan of his, and people go, "Oh, that last season he was shocking. He was crap. He was this." Well, do you know what? Coming back from a World Cup, and as he said, having to need surgery on a groin injury that he had all season, and the club had not allowed him to have the surgery because they were so short in numbers and made him have a painkilling injection every single game. What the hell do you expect? But what's he do? He goes to Atletico Madrid. What did he win? Oh, that's right, the league. Mate,
bring that comment up again. You just said, you just highlighted that the scum. Bring that up again. You brought up. Ah, God. That makes me feel so violently ill. I really want to throw up at that thought.
Huh?
The fact that B-Tech Pep could win the league this season just makes me violently ill.
I already told you, Nippon. Right? I've been saying all the while. Pep is going to give Rep the league and give it to Arteta. That's all, right? Because Pep is going to focus on the Champions League this season. So
Eugene, what you're forgetting is remember the Spurs and majority of the Spurs faithful. Don't worry. Arsenal will nosedive. They'll bottle a bit. They'll fall off a cliff. Well, guess what? They haven't. But most importantly, the same Spurs fans, wait till we click. When we click, we'll be unstoppable and we'll race above them and we'll be rolling North London again.
You tweeted this, didn't you, Brian?
A large section of the Spurs fan base. When we click, I can't wait till we click. We will now because it's one game a week.
Because you guys hate Arsenal.
Mate, I cannot.
Yeah, we hate Arsenal. Of course we hate Arsenal.
Do you know the funny thing about it, Nippon? Do you know the funniest thing about it? For 6 years, we've been going, North London is ours, North London is ours, you fucked up. How much did we won? Fuck all. And the first time they finish above us in 6 years, they're going to do it as champions. But yet this fan base will go, oh, well, do you know what? They had Arteta and they backed Arteta and they did this and the referees were against them and it was all for Arsenal. And what can we do? Man City was shit. They had Haaland and Haaland made that. All the fucking excuses rather than realising, oh, wait a minute, Arsenal listen to their manager, they're champions.
Who do you dislike more, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Oh my god.
I'm
So,
going to be
okay,
quiet for that. I'm going to be
I've
quiet
got two
for that.
more headings to go through. So, Conte in or out? Eugene, Conte in or Conte out? Or Conte don't care? Because I'm the Conte don't care camp now.
To tell the truth, right? I always been expecting Conte to walk all this time, right? Because deep down inside, you know, Brian should know this, right? Brian, I told you a long time ago, Conte will never get back, right? But some or another, he's still here, and he's been through all the trauma that's gone through, right? The gallbladder, death of friends, and he's still here. And somehow or another, he's still one thing I do give some respect to Conte is that he has never thrown any of the players under the bus when things go bad. So he's taking all the brunt of the blame at the moment. The fan base has turned against him, right? But the only thing he's been asking for all this time is for our fan base to be patient. But sorry to say, Conte, is that our fan base can't be patient because we've been waiting 15 years for the glory to come, right? And we missed out this year. So it'll be 16 years now. So I guess
He's
it doesn't matter
out.
whether Conte stays, Conte doesn't stay, whether he walks at the moment, right? To me, at the moment now, I just think it's just one game at a time, right? And hopefully, end of the season, if we do get a top 4 trophy, maybe he'll have some ammunition to go and talk to Levy and says that, okay, I've got what you want, right? Will you give me what I want? So, and we all know that, Brian, Levy doesn't give managers what they want. So it is what it is, right? Like you said, don't care anymore, right? Just don't care much anymore.
Well,
so Brian, in or out?
Sign or piss off. Quite simply, sign or piss off. Listen, like Eugene said, if Conte said patience and we had Todd Bowley or a chairman, the Leicester chairman, or other chairman in the league,
someone capable,
he would get patience because we'd go and buy 2 quality players or 3 every window and do it slowly, and you can see progression, you can see the quality, and we'd do it. But he wants patience when it takes 30 days to sign the first target that he wanted from day one, and Dan Juma on loan, and he has the nerve to ask for patience. My patience, not with Conte, my swearing thing with Conte, but my patience with this club is there is none. There is none.
I spoke about him earlier, but he's here now.
So listen, I if someone told me Conte signs a 2-year contract, I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. It's signed, it's sealed, it's done, it puts everything to bed. But the longer and longer this goes on, will he, won't he, should he, shan't he? And we go into this every single game with the pundits and the media and even us fans thinking, if he loses, is he gone? If he loses, is he gone?
That's how I felt on the weekend on Saturday.
Mate,
yeah,
I was literally convinced if we didn't get 3 points, he's gone. But we got the 3 points. But I'm getting to the point. Listen, I love Conte. I think he's a wonderful manager. I really do. But Antonio Conte needs certain things to do. When Harry Kane scored, we say Harry Kane doing Harry Kane things. He needs the ball to put it in the back of the net. That's all Harry Kane needs. For Antonio Conte to do Antonio Conte things, he needs a board that will listen to the director of football and him in all footballing matters. And he doesn't.
But yeah, what was the point of Paratici? That's what made me speak.
I have a question for you three. What are your thoughts on some of your fans just calling Todd Bowley the American Daniel Levy?
Huh? Who said that?
What?
I saw someone call him the American Daniel Levy that just gives time if things aren't going right.
Yeah, but he may give time, but he also gives hundreds of millions.
Yeah, 600 million.
Newcastle are absolutely battering them.
Is that only 1-0?
Yeah, don't know how, but
They're our biggest threat to top four, actually, because that's my next.
Not
thing.
Man United.
Yeah, Man United as well, but top four's like winning the Premier League for Tottenham. So, I want to ask you first, Nippon, actually, because I don't know if Chelsea are involved in top four race or not, so I don't know.
No,
but do you think Spurs will finish in the top four?
We're not finishing. Now, before I continue, just to say we are not finishing top four this season. And as for you guys, I think it's all aligning for you guys to finish top four. Like Man United are slowly dropping off. Liverpool are hot and cold. Newcastle only just coming back to form. So yeah, I think the top four will be, well, Woolwich unfortunately winning. Number 2, Man United.
You don't think Man City will finish second?
I think they don't know. Man City 3rd. And I think the 4th spot will be decided on the final day of the season. It'll be either you guys or Newcastle.
Interesting.
Great, final day. Okay.
Yeah. You know what else I think will be decided on the final day of the season? The league and who finishes 18th.
Leicester are still in it, aren't they? Really?
Oh, big time, mate. Everyone up until 12th are in it.
Yeah.
West Ham. Yeah, West Ham are in it as well. Yeah.
Who would you rather see go down, West Ham or Leicester?
West
Ham.
Now, Vice is now. Who do you dislike more, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Scott M says City, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, and then he's got us down for 6.
Scott still thinks the bottle it.
Do you know what?
He's right. I hope he's right. Don't get me wrong.
Mate, I'll tell you now. The answer. The question is top 4, yes or no. To me, it's top 4 couldn't give a flying fuck. And
I'm in the same camp, so.
Do I actually think we're doing it? No, I don't. I think the game's in hand. The Newcastle will catch up with us. You've got to remember that in 1 week, we play Manchester United, Newcastle, Liverpool in 1 week.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Not in 1 week's time, but in 1 week. When we do that, it's Anfield, St James's Park, and Tottenham for Manchester United. Lose. Forget the game in hand.
But you're winning the Liverpool game. You're winning.
We're not winning.
We've never won at Anfield in like.
And Arsenal have never won at White Hart Lane.
Yes, but Arsenal have. But we've won what? We've won twice in 92 years at Liverpool. And the thing is, people say when we're at Liverpool, why do we play so defensive?
History.
Yeah, but Nippin, what you got to remember? Nippin, when you're talking Tottenham with me, you got to realise that I've got quite a bit of knowledge when it comes to this. And what you got to remember is last year when we drew 1-1, everyone said, "Why don't we go out and attack them?" Do you know why we don't go out and attack them? Because the players we got are shit in that position. And look what happened to Manchester United when a team went and played football.
Well, they got annihilated.
And exactly. Can you imagine Gabco, that front line, Gabco, Nunes, and Salah, Dyer, Davies, Sanchez? Let's play football. I'll take 7-0 if that was the starting line.
How shit they are, though? Have you seen how shit they are, though?
Mate, have you seen how shit we are? Have you seen how shit we are?
Trash versus garbage.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Now, Nippon. Okay. Once Liverpool gets kicked out of the Champions League, right? They're going to go on a run. They'll be playing 1 game a week, and when that happens, then they'll go on a run, right? But maybe luck is on their side, right? And they beat Real Madrid, right, in the return leg, and they'll be still in the Champions League. Then maybe we'll have hope.
Not surprise me one bit.
Is that the Bernabeu though?
That would not surprise me if Liverpool overturn that deficit. Because if there's one team that can do it in Europe from the Premier League, it's them.
Highly unlikely. That's how I see it. Highly unlikely. Right. But
it could happen. It could happen.
Yes or no, like what Brian says, it doesn't matter anymore, right? Because last season when we made top 4, the whole fan base was going, "Oh, we got a war chest! Yeah, we got a back country! Yay, we got our players in early! Yay!" What happened next? Nothing. So, yay. Doesn't matter, right? Top 4, no top 4, right? So maybe us Spurs fans will just get some money together and make our own top 4 trophy and give it to the club.
Sorry for laughing, by the way.
It is what it is. Being a Spurs fan, right? It's just we're used to it.
Yeah, we just don't. I just don't
Right,
care
guys,
anymore,
listen, my mum is back with my nephew and my niece, and funny enough, as much as I love everyone in the chat and everyone on the screen, they are a lot more important.
Okay, before you go, just want to plug Tottenham on Tour, yeah? If you don't, you're already subscribed to
people can find me on Tottenham on Tour on any channel that will mention the word Levy 3 times.
Yeah.
I've already recorded my morning cockle doodle for tomorrow, and I'll give you the great headline. It's called Protests and Trolls.
Can you get back to me on that comment I put?
So just very quickly, I'm going to let you go. And as always, Levy out.
All right, Brian. Take care.
Take care, Brian. Take care.
Take care, Brian.
Oh
my God. What's the point of FC's on one today? But okay, I've got to end the stream now anyway. So Nippon, where can we find you? You got a podcast tonight, right?
Yeah, I go live at 9 p.m. So whoever wants to tune into that, please do so. I am also planning, it's in the works, a new podcast called the First Capital Connect podcast, in which I will get panelists from teams who support London club.
Oh, just London.
Yeah, have you heard of First Capital Connect? It's like a Thameslink.
Yeah.
So I'm a transport geek as well. So I'm just combining the two passions into one.
Okay.
First Capital Connect, Capital City, and then inviting. So that's a new podcast in the making. I'm just trying to get all the guests from each of the clubs. So like I'll need Tottenham, Arsenal, obviously I'll rep Chelsea, Palace, Brentford and West Ham. So I'll need
it won't be hard to find Arsenal fans, put it that way.
Yeah, they'll probably be busy as well. But yeah, podcast tonight at 9 p.m.
Say your channel, Nippon. Say your channel.
NSTV, is it NSTV?
NS Sports TV. Road to 1K is in full swing. My other channel is the British Lifestyle Blogger. I usually upload reviews of airlines and restaurants on there.
That's interesting. Yeah.
My review for my flight to and from India will be out soon. Just need to find the software that merges all the clips together. So NS Sports TV and the British Lifestyle Blogger on YouTube. Instagram is Nippon with 4 I's and 3 U's and Nippon Reviews Lifestyle. And Twitter is NS Sports 93, my official YouTube Twitter. And B Nippon Sharma, which is the Twitter I use.
I get that line almost every day. The repeated line. And Eugene, before I let you go, Spurs Asian TV. I'm sure we'll be back here next Sunday again because
next Sunday
we've got after Southampton. So yeah.
They're playing on Saturday, right? Southampton.
Saturday, Southampton. Yeah.
We'll probably be here. I'll be here. Right. Spurs Version TV. I guess I'm the only. Oh no, not only. I'm the Malaysian Spurs channel, right? I'm the first Malaysian Spurs channel. There's
Mm.
another one called Step Up Spurs, right?
Yeah, my best mate. Yeah.
Oh, your best mate now.
I'm sure you saw what going on Twitter, but yeah, okay, don't worry.
I don't follow Twitter. I don't care too much about Twitter, right? Twitter is just for me to promote my shows. That's all. I don't get into all those nitty gritty
Oh
things.
wow, I know Holloway Road.
Okay,
Jesus, you lived near Guna territory.
Yeah, how did you survive?
Exactly.
You're near Caledonian Road. That's really near Arsenal.
Oh my God. How do you survive that?
Yeah. And then of course I'll be doing my show tomorrow, 2 p.m.
I was gonna say you got a
UK
show
time.
tomorrow,
Yeah. Nippon, you're free tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. Has you're free tomorrow, UK time?
Possibly.
Unfortunately, I'm working tomorrow, so
Yeah, we're working.
come.
I'll send you the link later, Nippon. Right? If you're free, you hop on.
If you guys are still going on at 5 o'clock UK time and come back home at like 5:30, maybe I'll hop on, but it'll probably be finished by then.
Yeah, usually I do 1.5 hours on weekdays.
I was gonna say, because you'll finish at 3:30, I'll still be at work. Yeah.
I'll just do about 1.5 hours. Tomorrow will be quite interesting. I'll be having maybe an MU fan on, right? A couple of Spurs fan on. Usually we just talk and see what happens around there, right? And most probably let's see what the MU fans have to say now, right? Like what Nippon saying, they might fold, right? But hard to say. If they go long into the Europa League, maybe we'll have a chance to catch up to them, right? But if they don't, we might not. So that's how I see it. But don't forget, Spurs Vision TV on YouTube.
If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe. And you don't subscribe to NS Sports TV, and subscribe to everyone else on YouTube you haven't already subscribed to. And obviously Brian's Tottenham on tour. Yeah. So before I go, come on you Spurs, and of course,
and as always, Levy out.
Levy out.